for it.
Okay guys, I'm going to do a quick video on this thing. It's really simple, there's nothing to it, but these two different size shivs, people get messed up on these. Smaller shivs need to go in for the bigger guy wires. You can determine which guy wire gets which shiv by these calibration sheets in here. Like this one for instance is 9/16 wire, gets a 1-inch shiv, which is the smaller one. I'm 99% sure you guys are going to be using just the ones that are in here. The bigger shivs for smaller wire. I'm pretty sure that tower is going to have all 3/8" guy wire. So it's just as simple as turning this thing on, hitting wire, going down to 3/8, hitting enter, and you're set to do 3/8" guy wire as long as you have the right size shivs in. And then it's just as simple as putting it on the guy wire, clamping it down. What did I do? Here we go. Should be simple. Putting it on the guy wire, clamping it all the way down, and getting a reading. That one's 260 pounds. It'll probably be somewhere in the area of 1,800 pounds. Tyler and I can give you some support as far as what the tension should be. It's going to change based on the angle of the guy wire and temperature. But the first thing we'll need is the distance up the tower the guy wire hits, the distance out. We're going to send 100-foot tape to get that distance out, the distance up, the size of the guy wire, and then we can calculate on a spreadsheet that we've got here exactly what the tension should be at each one of the levels. And then it's just as simple as clamping this on. You guys should have a transmitter ready, should have a head like this that's flat. Tyler is verifying that now. So they tell me, I learned a long time ago, I don't even remember where I picked this up, but they tell me it is more accurate if you've extended these as far out as possible before locking them. I think it's just more stability. I don't know where I even picked that up at. And then just try and set it up as level as possible, shoved in so it's good and solid. Not real critical that that's real level. And I'm going to set this up, screw it in. Now, basically all this is a big level. All we're doing is verifying that the tower is straight. It's just that simple. And all it does is verify, just level it up here. There's a, come over here, Case. There's a bubble right here on pretty much all transits, on all full transits. There's always a knob. This is, I'm going to show you on this one, I guess, because this is the one we're sending. And so on this one, it is this knob right here that's going to loosen that up, and this one that's going to loosen that up. And so I'm just going to level it up this way. First thing I'm going to do is look at this bubble right in here. It's pretty close right now. So now that I've got it pretty close in there, I'm going to go to the bubble here and level it here and over here. Okay, so now I'm leveled up both directions. I'm going to go ahead and swing around here and see if it's also level there, and it's not. These darn things. You might have to just kind of cut the difference in between. I suppose this thing needs a calibration again. I'm going to go ahead and send it, and I'll show you in a bit how you can double check, but I got a feeling this one is off a little bit just by the bubble here. Gosh, I can't get anybody to put these in the back seat of a truck so they don't stay in calibration real long. Okay, so we're level all the way around here. Now it's really just as simple as finding the tower. There is this right here is focus, to focus in on whatever you're looking at. I'm going to focus here, and then there's another focus for crosshairs, to focus the crosshairs. And on this one, that would be here. Oh, sorry, I had that wrong. All right, here's your focus. And this is to focus the crosshairs. So between the two, you can get a nice clear picture. You can set it up kind of gently come around and lock it in on the tower leg. You might still be, oh sorry, I'm in the wrong one here. I'm going to lock it in over here on the tower leg, and then you can use this as an adjustment. This here, oh my gosh, these are all different. Hold on a second, hon. Just stop it for a second. Okay guys, this thing is broken. I'm gonna go ahead and send it out because we're almost out of time. I gotta get this thing in a box and get it overnighted. You should be locking this down, getting it close, locking this down, and then be able to fine tune, adjust it back and forth with this. That don't work. Something's screwed up and it's not working, and I don't have time to figure this out right now. And so, but what you can do is just very, very gently find the tower leg, or just kind of gently tap it back and forth until you find the tower leg and lock it down, which really stinks because it would really be nice to be able to find, you can usually just fine tune that just a ½ an inch at a time after you get that done, but I think we're just going to have to use it that way and just real gently move the transit until you find where you're wanting, and then lock it down. Once it's locked down, and when I say lock down, it's just kind of finger tie. You don't want to, anytime you start cranking on any of this stuff real hard, then it causes problems like we have. Then you can loosen this up and just move up and down. You'll be able to see your tower leg up and down, all the way up, all the way down. You're going to want this back about, at minimum, equal distance to what you're shooting up. Further back might be better, but at least equal distance back to what you're shooting up. You can double check it. Okay, so this is going to basically tell you as you go up whether the tower is shifted to the left or to the right. Now, this thing has a very good chance that it is inaccurate and off. So what you can do in order to verify that, to double check it, you know, if this thing is not reading right and it's off a little to the left, then when we do this, it's going to be off a little to the right. So you can double check the transit by just flipping it 180 degrees, 180 degrees, and then shoot it again, and you can real quick do a self-check to find out if the instrument's giving you accurate information or not. And I think that's enough for now. That'll get you through, I think, to do what you need to do. We'll send the transit. It'll also have a self-addressed stamp thing to get into the UPS. And cool. Just give me a call if you get any questions, but that should help for transit operation. And then, oh, one other quick thought here on the tower itself. If it's needing to move, you got 3 guy wires coming down. You got these 2 and this one. So if you're needing to move that, so you're looking at this leg, let's say, and you're looking at this leg, and you got 2 guy wires, 1 guy wire. So you're moving it back and forth between these 2 and this 1. So if you want to move it a little bit, you're going to want to take like 4 turns up on the turnbuckle here, 2 off each on these 2, and then when you come around to shoot this leg, then you're just going back and forth between these 2 and equal. So 4 off, 4 up, and then, so you're going to have 2 different directions. One direction that you're adjusting back and forth, you're going to be shooting across 2 legs, across the face, and it's going to move 1 guy wire and 2 guy wires. So you're going to compensate twice as much on this one as you do these 2. And then the other direction, 90 degrees around, you're going to be shooting right at a guy wire on a leg, and then you're just going back and forth between these 2 guy wires. Give me a call if you got any questions. Have fun. Bye.